What up, everybody?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, this is your host, Josh.
And I am Sharon.
Listen, we're here today for another episode of On the Wall podcast, and yeah, we're coming at you again for another conversation from On the Wall.
That's right. And we first off want to thank everyone for just tuning in with us this Saturday morning. You could be anywhere else, but you're tuning in with us right now. So we thank you for this opportunity with us today. And we're going to dive in on today with the topic that we have at hand. That's right, Josh?
That's it. So
All
we do
right.
have a good topic at hand. What's the topic, Sharon?
Busy.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about busy. And I know it's simple. It's simple. Y'all can talk about it all y'all want. It's simple.
You know, they say you busy, but are you really productive?
Are you being productive? And that's the thing that we get busy
Mm-hmm.
in our lives. I was thinking, that the job that I work on
Mm-hmm.
um, keeps me working a lot of hours,
Yeah.
a lot of hours. Um, and it almost feels like it's a rat race. And I'm sure some of y'all, many of y'all can contest to what we're talking about today, that we get so from the time we wake up in the morning to the time that we lay down in the evening, we just been busy all day long. Sometimes we get so busy, we too busy for our own self, right?
Okay.
But the question is, in our busyness, are we being productive?
That's right.
And a lot of people will ask themselves this question, Sharon. They'll say, you know, all day long I've been doing this, doing that, doing this, blah, this, blah. But what have I accomplished for the day?
That's right. Because you can have all these tasks going on at hand,
Mhm.
but are you really accomplishing something? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you just being busybodies?
Absolutely. Listen, we want to get on the wall today, and we ask you all to climb on the wall with us as we talk about and explore how to stay busy
Mm-hmm.
but be productive. Because a lot of people are staying busy but not being productive. Being busy is working
Mm-hmm.
every day of the week, 8 to 10, 12 hours a day, 40, 50, 60 hours a week,
Yeah.
getting off from work on the weekend, paying bills,
Mm-hmm.
getting up, going to church, um, chores around the house, store runs, back to the house, rest, watch TV, do it all again.
Yeah.
Let's ask ourselves this question right here. Is that the life that we really desire, or is that just what we're doing? Because we could be, if we're not careful, we could be working by default.
Oh,
Yeah, we can work by default. A lot of things that we do in life is so systematic
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that it's like default. You know, when you buy a computer or you buy some electronic, it always has its default setting, right?
Yeah.
But to get that to your liking and get that to your functionality, you have to go in the settings and change up some things.
And adjust it to how your format.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to go in there and change up some things to, just like you said, adjust it to your format. And a lot of us, I have been guilty of it myself. A lot of us, sometimes we're just fine working from default,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You get something some of us try to, if anybody know about computers and electronics, you know about OBS or you know about different things and certain settings in OBS you go into, you change some things, but a lot of things in there you just leave it at default
Default. Yeah.
because you feel like default
It's the
is
best
good
route.
enough.
Yeah.
But watch this, default ain't necessarily what you really wanted, but default
It's
seems
what you're a settle for.
absolutely
Mm-hmm.
is simple.
Yeah.
Is not going to bring complication to our
Yeah. Like
lives,
I don't need no complications.
right?
No.
And that's how that's a good one. And I feel like that's how a lot of us operate. We operate a lot of times, unfortunately, that we don't want no complications.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want challenges,
Yeah.
and sometimes we have to have challenges because every good thing is worth the work. It is worth the wait. It's worth the
And
fight.
sometimes when those challenges come, it's actually to develop us,
Absolutely.
and to strengthen us, for more or for
Absolutely.
greatness.
Absolutely. So we have to get uh we have to get ourselves back on the purpose, because let's tell the truth. I don't think it's nobody listening to us this morning. Happy Saturday morning to all you all. Get in the chat, talk with us. I don't think it's nobody out here that's listening to us this morning that's happy with just the norm, doing life on a systematic basis. Because for one, God has purpose
That's right.
for our lives. And we know that we have purpose, but a lot of us have not tapped into our purpose. Why? Because we have gotten comfortable
Where we are.
where we are.
But
And
sometimes being in your comfort zone,
Mhm.
you're at peace and you already familiar with what's going on.
Right.
So a lot of people stay right there, but now is the time to step into purpose.
And we haven't gotten off topic because the topic is about being busy. But the thing about being busy, a lot of us, because we have gotten so comfortable with default is the devil. I'm just being honest. I think default is the devil. What y'all think? Because default
Come to rob
robs
you, huh?
default come to rob us of our purpose. Default says you fine like you is.
No,
You
you ain't.
you comfortable where you are.
No.
Don't move. That's what default says, because you're gonna mess up something.
And what purpose says, arise and go out there and chase those dreams.
Purpose says arise, go out there and chase those dreams. Listen, we have to get back to the purpose that God have called for us to be in. And the only way we're gonna get back to the purpose, or even get some, I'm using the word get, I'm using words get back to the purpose. Some of us have not even tapped into the purpose
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
at all, because the enemy is cunning and he comes to make things keep us busy, keep us off track, keep us with this systematic. I call it the rat race of life, where we're just always trying to accomplish something by being busy. But when we really look at what we really have not accomplished much, but we've just been busy,
Mm.
right? So we're gonna deal with it, being busy right after this right here. We're back. We're gonna deal with being busy, because life life can be something else. I hear some people all the time, they sharing life be lifing, right? Life do be lifing.
It does.
It do be lifing. Life be busy, keeping us busy. You know, back in the days, uh, it used to be a time where one income can pretty much cover the household. Now seems like it takes two incomes to do the same thing that one income did when you and I was growing up.
Yeah.
And
Because the times has changed.
times has changed.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
So I guess
We all busy.
how do we deal with that? But how do we deal with busyness
Mm-hmm.
but keep our purpose? Our purpose is to engage one another,
Yeah.
right? Spend time,
Mm-hmm.
go out, date night,
Date nights.
different
Yeah.
things like that.
Family time, having that balance, away from work.
So is that where it says there's a time and a season for everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can like maneuver the time and the season part and kind of exclude some things so we can have more time for other things.
Yeah.
Like kind of stretch the kids out, get them out. but but we do. Well, listen, we get so busy, y'all, that we don't have time for anything. We just too busy in our lives that we don't have time for our relationship,
Yeah.
spouses. We don't have time for nothing. But
Really.
but what we normally does, we don't have time. A lot of times, we don't even have time for ourselves.
Yeah.
So so what do we do about it? Here's what you got answer. I got one.
Bring it in.
All right. Here's the answer. I don't have an answer for everything. Y'all already know that, but I got this one here. All right. I'm gonna bring you back to the foundation of this podcast
Okay.
on the
On
wall.
the wall.
Remember in the story of Nehemiah, Nehemiah knew what his purpose was. Nehemiah is not like a lot of us, where when we wake up that morning, we sometimes don't know what we're going to do for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Nehemiah knew what he was going to do when he left the kingdom from being the cupbearer. Nehemiah said he was going to go back and he was going to build the wall. And no matter how many of his enemies or anybody came up against him, no matter how many people try to distract him, he knew what his purpose was.
Yeah.
The devil always trying to distract us, right?
Yeah.
He distract us with keeping us with these busy lives, keeping us feeling like that we have to work all these hours to try to build up all this wealth,
To build wealth. Yeah.
right? And he keep us distracted with all this, keep us frustrated because he don't never want us to tap into the true purpose that God has for our lives. I really believe.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
He don't want us to tap into our true purpose, right? And if we uh 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 remember what our goals are, right?
What
What
about
I've
those that does
Mhm.
not have any goals? You know.
I don't know about that, Sharon. Y'all chime in on this here because I think everybody have goals.
Okay.
Now I have not really met many people that don't have goals,
Mm-hmm.
but I have met people that don't know how to achieve their goals
Okay.
because everybody dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody desires to have money. A lot of people desire to own their own businesses or to promote within their companies that they work for and rank.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's shooting for the ceiling.
That's right.
But
For
this is
advancement.
absolutely for advancement. But here's the tricky part to me is where the devil comes in at. Because he knows that everybody's shooting for advancement,
Mm-hmm.
the devil keep you distracted shooting for something that you can never put your hands on,
Wow.
right? He'll keep you shooting for things, uh, like everybody just trying to collect wealth, collect wealth, collect wealth. People have spent years, decades just trying to build wealth to get to a certain number. Sometimes you just gotta live, right? Sometimes you just got to live and you gotta just
Sometimes people be in survival mode.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But if we be better and this is no means of me trying to uh, put anybody down with anything, but we have to be better stewards of what we
That which
have
God has
and what
blessed us
God have
with.
given us with, right? And we have to be better managers of our funds, right? And we have to learn how. Um, I was talking to Miss Katrina, and she talked about the other podcast that we did the other day when I made a comment about if you ain't got nothing but a pinch, you
Mm-hmm.
got to pinch off the pinch,
Yeah.
right? If you ain't got nothing but a pinch of money, you got to pinch from the pinch and save something up
Yeah. Instead of
for things
stretching.
that you want to do in life. Because we can't spend all our lives just working, running the rat race, running the hamster wheel. I'm gonna use that, y'all. I'm gonna change it up from the rat race to the hamster wheel.
To the hamster wheel.
We can't spend all our lives
I
running
like
and
that.
spinning the hamster wheel. At some point, we got to get
You
off
gotta
that
get off
thing.
that wheel.
You get dizzy on that wheel, right? Right.
Mhm.
And that's what life becomes. Life becomes when we become so systematic.
Cycle.
Yeah. Doing what we're doing the same thing every day, then we just like the hamster running the wheel. And what the hamster does, he run the wheel, he don't get nowhere, he just wears stuff out.
Mhm.
At some point, I really believe in life, we're gonna wear ourselves out because everybody's gonna not gonna be 25. Everybody's not gonna stay 35. Everybody's not gonna stay 45. At some point, you're gonna become 55, 65, and them joints and things go to aching and go to bothering with you. Hey, somebody said amen already. And them things go to bothering with you, and the stuff that you could do now, you won't be able to do 10, 15 years from now. So if you're not being a good steward of what God have blessed you with, am I making
Oh,
sense?
you making
If
sense.
you're not
Yeah.
being good steward of what God have blessed you with now, then your later self will be pretty I'm certain will be pretty upset with your now self because you have not been good steward of what God have blessed you with that you could preserve and have something um, worthwhile for your later self. Why? Because the devil done came in and he done tricked
Distracted
you.
you.
He distracted you. When Nehemiah uh, got all the families of Jerusalem and gave them and assigned them a portion of the wall,
Yeah.
it was for them to stay focused on their
That
portion.
portion. That's
Absolutely.
right.
It was for them to stay focused on that
That
portion of the
remind
wall.
me of stay in your own lane and focus on your task, what you have at hand.
A lot of us, and that's a good point. And I'm gonna feed off that because a lot of us, if we would spend less time worried about everybody else's affairs, everybody else's business, because we say we busy, we got a lot going on.
Mhm.
But some of our busyness is unnecessary, right? But we could find time to be in other folks' business, right?
Yeah.
Instead of using that precious time that God gave you to be in other folk business, I think if people would mind their own business, right,
Oh, yeah.
then they would be less busy.
All right.
Some people are busy because they're busybody, right? We got to remember that God has a purpose for our lives, each and every one of our lives. I know He has one for my life. And I know He has one,
He has one for me
and I
too.
know He has one for your life. God has purpose for each one of our lives. Listen, if you don't get anything out this conversation from me and Sharon today, get
Mhm.
this right here that we cannot spend all our lives just running on this hamster wheel of work, paying bills,
Mhm.
living check to check,
Yeah. Paycheck to paycheck.
right? And giving up on our hopes and our desires and our dreams,
Yeah.
right? God gave us this wonderful earth that we live on, many states we can travel to.
That's right.
Some people international travel can travel out of the shores of this great America that we live in and go and see the world. It's Grand Canyon here
Step out of your
in the
comfort
United
zone.
States and, even other countries or whatever. Get out of the rat race of being busy. I
Mhm.
think it'll help you health. I think it'll help your blood pressure, right? I
Yeah.
think it'll help you, in health areas because we overwhelm ourselves.
That's true.
We're just doing it. Listen, think about it. Y'all think that we just talking. I'm not just talking. I'm telling y'all some truth. Think about your own life just for a minute. Just think about it. Think about what you do on a day-to-day basis and tell me when the last time that you have really took significant step towards the purpose that God has for you. You know your calling. You know what God has for you. You know where you should be at this point in life, and you know the things that keep you distracted. I really believe that most of us know these things. Some of us we just got to have willpower, to say, enough is enough. I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to continue on the same chart of path that I've been on because I've been on this path for so long and this path have not gained me anything.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to set sail to do things God's way
Yeah.
versus my own way. Right?
That's right.
Am I
That's
making
right. Oh,
sense?
you're making sense. You're making sense.
So busyness
Mhm.
is okay to be busy, but be busy with a purpose.
That's right. That's
Don't
right.
be busy just to be busy because that's the way life throwing it at you, and that's setting yourself in default mode. And in default mode, is a default is built to run a certain way,
Mhm.
plain and simple,
Regular.
regular, right? We're built to be lenders, not borrowers. We're built to be entrepreneurs. We're built to be owners. We're built to be um, supervisors. We're built to be, these great things that can generate wealth and generational wealth, not only for us, but for our children and our grandchildren and so on. And last thought I leave that I think it's a shame that so many people have children, and when they leave here, they leave their children in a mess. They leave no inheritance for their kids. The Bible teaches us to build an inheritance, leave an inheritance for our kids. We work not just to get checks to pay bills, y'all. We work to build something
That's right.
greater than just paying the monthly bills and paying the check with a weekly or bi-weekly check.
Building a legacy, something that will go on and on,
Absolutely,
even when you're no longer here.
absolutely, and it matters what happens when you're no longer here. It really does. It matters, what your kids think about you and what your kids will be able to say about you and what kind of person you was. No, everybody don't have a mansion. Everybody ain't got a big house and a yacht to leave their kids. But come on, man, do something. Don't just sit there and just stay on the hamster wheel all day long and only concerned about yourself, but you have to be concerned about others.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Right. So are we really being productive in our business?
Or you're just being busy.
Are we just being busy? Let's be productive in life.
Yeah.
Let's be productive.
So this upcoming week, that is something to focus on.
Mhm.
How would my week be? Would it be productive, or I'm just overwhelming myself with many different things that not even bringing purpose to my life?
Mm. Yeah. So are we gonna be productive? Are we gonna say, enough is enough? I really want more out of life. I want more for myself. I want to do more. I want to have more. And it ain't gonna just drop out the sky
No,
in our lap.
it's not.
It's just the little steps at a time. It's just
One
changing
step
the
at a
small
time.
things. Yeah. Brick by brick,
Yeah, that's
right?
yeah,
Brick by brick to build this wall.
like the builder.
Absolutely. One thing at a time. Just just master this. Don't try to build Rome in one day. Don't try to build your pyramid in one day. Just brick by brick.
That's right. One day at a time.
Little bit, one day at a time, a little bit at a time. And I promise you, if you keep that mindset, we'll get somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
We all will get somewhere. We're here with you. We're on the wall. Like I said, we don't have all the answers.
No, we don't.
We just try to bring food for thought.
That's right.
That's
'Cause
all
we
we
just real people.
dealing with real issues. Absolutely. So we're just food for thought. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, you guys, it's not a long show. We're glad that you all come climb on this wall with us. We're looking to bring you more and more exciting shows. Just stay tuned in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This page, we need your support. What we got on here? Y'all stay tuned. We got some things brewing up, and we want you guys definitely to be a part of it. Right? Y'all make sure y'all be a part of what we're doing. Follow us wherever we can be followed, wherever there's a podcast. We're trying to be there. We feel like we have a message, conversation that we can have with the people, and we're looking forward to it. We're excited about this podcast. So yeah, let's not be so busy that we're not productive, y'all.
Absolutely.
Let's get to it. Let's build that wealth, right? Let's get to it. I believe we can do it. I know you can do it. Each and every one of you. Right?
Absolutely.
You good?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
We're good. All right, y'all. We're gonna bounce out of here. We'll have another message for y'all next week.
And remember to stay on the wall.
Stay on the wall. Listen, don't get off that wall. Keep your face to the wall. Right? No matter the birds gonna be chirping, the naysayers gonna be neighing. But you stay focused on what you have. Let people run their mouth and you run your business.
Ooh.
Promise you you'll be all right. All right.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this episode of On the Wall podcast.